Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look again on the Forex market. So here is general situation still stands tricky a bit as market shows some wobbling around the previous extreme points. So euro currency near the top and Japanese yen it is near the bottom, and it brings some uncertainty to the perspective, although as we said in the higher time frames, market stands near the strong levels, and that actually supposes that some reaction should start. In euro currency particularly, we're talking about the resistance and some downside reaction should happen. But overall market performance right now doesn't give any clear hint on where this reaction should start. So at least we do not see clear preparation for that. We do not see any clear patterns that could be, well, used as a background for possible position taking. That's why with this uncertainty in general, we think that it makes sense to wait a bit and see what will happen. Particularly speaking, if we'll take a look at the dollar index chart, here's the price shape starting showing the evident triangle consolidation. So as you understand, triangle is, well, especially symmetrical triangle is two-edged sword, so theoretically it might be reaction could happen in any direction. So mostly in most cases this kind of the performance usually continuation one. So after strong downside action, markets just show some consolidation, show downside continuation. But since market stands near the strong support, which is monthly 30% support, completed free drive, we have the grabber patterns right there on the bottom as a style that are still valid. We have the bullish reversal bar right there. So too many bullish patterns that we have in place right now, which is well, it makes the decision for taking, for example, short position here, it makes difficult. And when you have these patterns on the background, well, you do not want to go against them and just selling the dollar right there. At the same time, you can see the market is definitely well, slowed down and it's showing some sideways action. Can't get started the upward continuation, upward action that we would like to see based on the patterns that are formed. This similar story you could see on the euro currency. So here, although market stands on top, shows some pullback initially, but now it stands in the tight range with some upward tendency. On the 4-hour time frame chart, I would say even more so. We already talked about the sideways consolidation. Yes, it was a nice bounce out from the resistance level, this upper body. But let's take a look. Recently, grabber has been formed and suggests taking out to this top, and potentially we could get some stronger upward action here, which is actually suggested by signs of the bullish dynamic pressure on the daily chart as well. So already I said that the fact that market stands too long here and doesn't start downward action, this performance hardly could be called as a bearish, because bearish performance starts faster. And with the bearish daily trend and sideways and with the even upward action on the price, this suggests the existence of the potential bullish dynamic pressure and market could take it out of this top. So you can see that starting of the downward action and reaction on the strong resistance on the weekly and monthly chart is delaying currently. And well, at the same time, when the market stands at the strong resistance levels on the high time frames, you also do not want to go short. Maybe it is go long. Maybe it is possible to consider some trades on the intraday charts, on the daily, on hourly, but right there on the high time frames, it's not very comfortable. So finally, on the hourly chart, you could see some consolidation near the upper border of this rectangle, and the take a look market has retested just this middle of this range, return red back up, now stands on some kind of also some triangle or maybe right under the resistance. This is also sometimes could be treated as a preparation for a challenge or attempting to break out of this level. So in two words speaking, the overall performance on the euro currency is not very friendly and good for considering taking the short position. That's what about the euro. Also, let's take a look at the Japanese yen chart. So because there we have the background that we said we need to control to get the clear sign when the reversal might happen. If you remember last time when we talked about the yen, we said that market now keeps the very harmonic pattern on the follow time frame chart. It usually shows extension 1618, then retesting the previous lows in the sideways action, and again when it hits the 1618 extension, now you can see these lows are starting to retesting. Now we need to see what will happen. If market will repeat the same type of action here, it means that probably on the euro currency as well hardly will get the clear downside reversal. To bring some changes, market has to break it up and return right back up to the previous area, somewhere around 138. In this case, probably we could consider something different. For example, as we already said about this possible head and shoulders pattern. Once it will start forming, that might become the turning point on other markets as well. So we just need to watch and see what will happen. So other words speaking, use the cross-market analysis, because on the euro currency situation stands a bit blurred. It doesn't have a lot of patterns. For instance, as the patterns that we discussed on Australian dollar yesterday, on the Japanese yen as well, Great British pound. By the way, on the Great British pound, Australian dollar situation stands different, and despite that, market has shown some upward action. In general, the setup that we discussed yesterday works in general nice. So you can see market indeed has shown downward action here. It's now returning back, but resistance mostly stands strong, and this is still the level where you could consider possible taking the short position. So, but on the euro currency, it seems that we need to wait a bit more and see what will happen.